As we see Cole loosely navigate his thoughts, he says, "My energy was never on some toughest stuff, I was just a conscious rapper," which could seemingly be attempting to
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to my channel, and we are back with another video. This video is called Why Future and Metro Boomin new album has Drake scared. A lot has been going on with this whole Metro Boomin, Future, Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake situation. J. Cole has hopped on, the new Metro Boomin album. Of course, this has been probably recorded way months prior into all of this had happened. You get what I'm saying? And then with the apology, and then him on the track afterwards, 2 days or a day afterwards of him apologizing, and then everybody going against Drake when it came to ASAP, when it comes to Metro, when it comes to Future, when it comes to Kendrick. It's a lot going on. If I missed anyone, please let me know. But it's a lot of people going against. I think they said also The Weeknd was going against Drake as well. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? What did Drake do behind the scenes that we have nothing or no knowledge of? It has been a lot, okay? I woke up to a lot of crazy stuff this morning. And we're about to get into it, okay? We're going to see what they're talking about on why they think the, album got Drake scared. Me personally, before we even get into this, I don't think it got Drake scared. I just think that Drake is waiting it out to make sure everybody get whatever the fuck they got going out, so he won't miss anybody when this diss track come out. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he want to just put something out and then another nigga diss him and then he okay, I'm going to have to respond to that. I think he, get all the information that he needs to get, let it ride out, and then he's going to probably drop an album, or he's probably going to drop a single or something regarding, addressing everybody, because literally almost everybody is going at his neck right now. Why? We have no clue. We don't know what the issue is. It's a team against one person at this point. And I'm not complaining, because that's hip hop. It doesn't matter how many niggas come at you, as long as you respond, as long as you get it popping. You get what I'm saying when it comes to the booth. So we're going to see. Let's make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into this video.
It's insane performances from Future and Metro themselves, to the shocking new alliances they have formed to put even more pressure on Drake. It's safe to say that this duo just made the hip-hop world an even crazier place than it has already been over the past couple of weeks. So when it comes to Future and Metro Boomin's second full-length studio album together, considering how their first album, We Don't Trust You, lit the rap world on fire in a way that any body of work hasn't in years, the expectations were already high for this album, but beyond just the sheer quality people wanted from this record, many have also expected Future and Metro to continue waging war on their first album's main target, Drake, and when it comes to both of these aspects, while Future and Metro picked things right back up from where we left them just a few weeks ago, they went about everything on this record in a way that nobody could have expected. We Still Don't Trust You isn't an album that just naturally progresses on everything that its predecessor did, but it expands on the very scope of everything that Future and Metro Boomin have been trying to show the world in its entirety. Where on We Don't Trust You, the intro track immediately showed the world that Future and Metro Boomin are taking a stance against a rival of theirs, who we later find out is Drake, as Future's verse progresses and unveils more personal details. We Still Don't Trust You does not need to jump right into beating on Drake, as we already know where he stands with Future and Metro, and overall, while this does leave you sitting on the edge of your seat to see just how Drake is gonna get blasted on this record, it also allows Future and Metro to just shine as artists and show that even when they are not directly engaging in beef, they can still make just as captivating music as ever. Now, between the lack of any real disses in the intro and the more up-tempo melody, we see that the sonic world of We Still Don't Trust You is gonna be drastically different than what we just saw a few weeks ago and throughout the album's first half. It does allow Future and Metro to attack Drake in much more nuanced ways, such as with the entirety of the song This Sunday, which was actually the reference track Drake used for his song on View's Feel No Ways. Now, while Future and Metro hold their punches on the first half of this album outside of moments like these, that doesn't mean they are not still heavily engaged in their chess match against Drake, as this time, they use such artists as The Weeknd, who appears on this album not once, not twice, but 3 times, and with his feature on the track All to Myself. He throws some pretty massive shots Drake's way. Now, during the weekend's feature here, he says, "They could never diss my brother's baby when they got leaks in the operation. I thank God that I never signed my life away," which is insane for the Weeknd to say, as he is literally rejoicing over the fact that he didn't end up signing to Drake in the early 2010s, and now, as we have seen how every other artist has turned out who has joined Drake's OVO Sound record label. I think it's pretty clear that if The Weeknd joined this label that's known for destroying artists' careers before they can even really start, we would definitely not see him in the place he is in today. Production gets consistently darker, and so do Future's performances, and this really puts listeners on edge as it leaves you waiting for the next moment that Future and Metro decide to change everything in this feud and put even more pressure on Drake to respond. And in this regard, this happens in the craziest way possible on the first half of the album's outro track, Red Leather, as the record features none other than the guy who was supposed to be Drake's right-hand man in this beef, J. Cole.
I think that, like we don't know what issue they got going on behind the scenes, clearly. I don't know what the fuck going on when it comes to why everybody hates Drake. At this point, I don't know if it's jealousy or Drake really been doing some grimy shit behind the scenes that nobody knows about. But either way, having J. Cole on this, and I believe that J. Cole probably didn't know how. I'm going to give J. Cole grace because he has been having a crazy ass week. Like, for real. He has been having a crazy ass week. So I'm going to give him grace. And I'm going to say that maybe he didn't know what their intent was behind this album. Okay? Because clearly this album is about Drake. Clearly. I mean, even the title, We Don't Trust You. Second album, we still don't trust you. I'm gonna just say J. Cole, he did not know what the intent was when Metro Boomin asked him to be on this album. And I'm gonna just leave it there.
On his song 7 Minute Drill, and then apologizing just a few days later. He has now switched teams in this feud as he is rapping alongside Drake's biggest rivals, and beyond how diabolical of a move this is from Future and Metro Boomin, on the verse itself, it seems like Cole could have addressed all of the controversy surrounding his recent forfeit to Kendrick Lamar. Now, over a gloomy instrumental, we see a version of J. Cole that we have not seen in years, as he's not bragging or saying he's the best rapper in the world, but instead is speaking to us from a much more somber place where he's much more introspective, and as we see Cole loosely navigate his thoughts, he says, "My energy was never on some toughest stuff, I was just a conscious rapper," which could seemingly be attempting to justify Cole's motives and how he maybe got lost in all of the buzz around his feud with Kendrick. And while I think Cole will need to go into more depth about what caused him to truly apologize to Kendrick in future music releases to earn respect back from a lot of people, this was about as enjoyable as a verse you could get from him at this point. But beyond what this represents for Cole himself, the fact that Future and Metro Boomin were able to get the guy who Drake just did an entire tour with on this album has just given them another point against Drake, as it shows just how diabolically of a level they are operating on in this beef. What goes down on the second half of the project, as Future and Metro don't just make even more insane moves that back Drake into a corner. But beyond this, instead of letting somebody like Kendrick Lamar fight Drake in the battle of the big three, Future decides to handle it himself as he delivers one of the most inspired and hungry performances of his entire career. As soon as you hear the intro track on this half, number 1, which features Noriega talking about how Future turns the big three into a fantastic four, and Future may even be number 1 out of him, Kendrick, Drake, and Cole.
Okay.
A$AP Rocky on the song Show of Hands, and after Drake has continually thrown subliminals at Rocky and Rihanna as he's just mad that he lost out on the girl of his dreams, Rocky had the perfect opportunity to scorch Drake here, and he definitely did this as he threw out some shots that are definitely gonna sting for a while. Whether Rocky is alluding to the fact that he has been ready to diss Drake since the first album Future and Metro did, to taunting Drake over the fact that he stole the girl of his dreams and that his latest album For All the Dogs just came and went, Rocky really annihilates Drake with one of his most sinister performances to date, and between Future giving some of his best rapping, J. Cole switching sides, The Weeknd throwing major shots, and A$AP Rocky trying to humiliate Drake and expose his bitterness, Future and Metro Boomin have really managed to make things even crazier with We Still Don't Trust You in ways that are gonna have some major effects on the rap world going forward. After apologizing to Kendrick and then literally switching sides, Drake has to have added J. Cole to his list of targets, and now, He's gonna have to directly respond to A$AP Rocky is right behind Future and Kendrick. Nobody's come harder at him at this point, so with what seems like the entire music industry against him and still no response, Drake's really gonna have to deliver an all-time great diss to shake off all of his adversaries. And while some people may think that Drake is being ganged up on, this really isn't the case, as he has been throwing shots at nearly all these artists for years on his recent projects. So at this point, Drake's really only being held accountable for all the jabs he's used to sell his albums, and in the near future, we will finally find out if he's truly about all the things he says.
Saying that Drake, you haven't responded yet, you're gonna have to get the dude time, bro. You gave everybody else time to respond to Drake for all these years. I mean, Drake has been subbing these guys for I don't know how long, and it took them how long to respond? With a joint album? So give my dude time. Chill. Peep the scenery. See what else come out. If anything else come out. And then do his response or everybody that dissed him. That's the smartest thing to do. Probably didn't have the Weeknd on there. Now you can put the Weeknd on there. Because it's like, okay, nigga, you coming for me. Now I got to put your ass on here. It's up at this point. A$AP Rocky, he probably didn't have this nigga on his diss record. But now he like, oh, bet, it's up. A$AP Rocky, I got you too, my nigga. Future Metro Boomin already on there. Kendrick already on there. J. Cole, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna diss J. Cole. I don't know if he's gonna do that. Because I don't think him and J. Cole is like even in a bad place. I just think that J. Cole, he just been like kind of like out of the loop, kind of. Like he don't know what the fuck was going on with this album. He just catching strays, bro. He's just like in between it all, for real. If we really looking at it, he just like really in between like everybody and Drake's beef. Seriously. So I don't think that he has like any beef with J. Cole. I don't think he does. And Drake, I'm gonna need you to go fucking hard. I'm gonna need you to go hard because what I'm seeing here is triggering. It's triggering to me because it's like, okay, I already know this is hip hop and everything like that, but everybody going at one nigga, bro. Like, I'm like, I felt for Drake. Like, I took it some type of way that I'm like, damn, I might get in the motherfucking booth, bitch, and respond. Like, damn. Made me want to get in the damn booth and spit a couple of bars to defend this nigga because I'm like, god damn, like, everybody going at this nigga neck. So, Drake, you gonna have to burn this shit down. I'm telling you to take it there. Take it to hell. Take it all the way down there. Like, all the way to the pits. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna have to bring it. Like, I don't know. Don't go easy on nobody. Like, I swear to God, Drake, do not take the soft route. Please don't. Because we want blood. Not physically, I'm talking about in the booth. We want blood in the booth. Like, seriously. This shit is, like, crazy. I love Future's music. I love J. Cole's music. I love Kendrick's music. I love some of A$AP Rocky's music. Like, I love Drake's music. So I love all these niggas' music. But at the same time, Drake. Do you guys think that Drake is scared to respond? Do you guys think that Drake is not scared to respond? He's just playing it smart. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys think of the new album, We Still Don't Trust You? What are your favorite tracks off the album? Leave your comments down below as well. You guys like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Kinetics with the fucking plug.